What's up, everybody? OG here. Welcome to the channel. So, we know that FC26 came out with a monster first trailer, right? And every year, except for this year, it was like a movie, which didn't show us anything. Like, you got like a sneak peek at like the new kits, maybe. And then we were always like, okay, well, thanks for the movie, but that has nothing to do with the game. And it was pretty much just kind of get your hopes up thing, right? We'd always get excited just in case there was something new. And then next thing you know, it looks like it's another year that the players are walking out of the tunnel. You see Bellingham, you see just another like game that's getting ready to start. Just typical FC26 and then a movie, right? Then boom, this little text pops up and it says, it's a waste of time. It's just a movie every year. We don't want a movie. We want actual gameplay or something like that, right? And you're like, wait a second. There can't be. And then, boom, another text and another text. And then you realize that they're showing all of these complaints from the previous year's game. And they literally say, we heard you, right? And it just keeps going on. And it's like, if you're an FC player for all these years and you're going through all the suffering of being ignored, of getting the same disappointment over and over, you're starting to get a little bit excited because you realize for the first time ever, EA Sports is saying, we are fixing these things that you, the players, want fixed. Not just, here you go, we're going to throw this crap at you and you love football so you're going to buy it. And it's going to be terrible, but we don't care because we just are going to take your money. It was actually, hey, way to step up. You stood up to us. You cost us a lot of money. We're not letting that happen again. Here's what we're going to do about it. Boom, fix, right? Not to mention, if you look here, just you don't even know about the first official trailer of the year, which happens every year. Let's say this is the first thing you see for whatever reason. 1 of 15 icons untradeable from launch. One of the biggest things that they've done is from launch is like have nothing ready. You got the game, you ordered the Ultimate Edition, of course, because all of us play Ultimate Team, and nothing's ever ready from launch. The rewards, which they're going to have the preseason coming up in FC25, where you complete all the objectives and you get all the packs and everything else for FC26. But I'm willing to bet that this year we might just have those rewards from launch. Because this isn't the only thing that you see. Football Ultimate Team, 1 of 59 icons untradeable from launch. You see down here towards around this area, right? Where does it say it there? From launch comes up again. So you get the Season 1 Premium Pass. So that has to be from launch because it's Season 1, right? So it doesn't say from launch, but that is from launch. Where else? I know I saw somewhere else. You get the FC25, of course, 1 of 5 player picks, 93 plus icons, and a player evolution. Oh, the big white letters I'm not seeing right in front of my face. I knew I seen it. I said, plus receive the following from launch, right? Up to 7 days early access, of course, that's from launch. 6,000 FC points, but they do say over 2 months. So you get some from the start, but then they release over time. Now, it used to be 4,600. Unfortunately, for my Nintendo Switchers out there, it's still 4,600, but 6,000 now over 2 months. I mean, that's a heck of a deal. That's a big increase, right? I've won 1,600 worth in tournaments, so that will put me over, close to 8K, right? By the time FC26 comes out, you never know. I play a few more tournaments, I will be at 8+K FC points, which is ridiculous. And then additional player evolution slot from launch. I mean, that's huge. So, you go underneath that and you see some 3 icon players for career, 5-star coach and manager career, all the stuff that for the Ultimate Team players. You see 1 archetype unlock consumable, I'm assuming that might be clubs, though, which could be something that I dabble in. 2x, double XP consumables. And then, of course, the 5-star youth scout and manager career, which has always been a thing in manager mode. I used to be a huge fan of that. And you never know. If they're doing this realistic option, which could be great for career mode, it could be, and they added some more things to it, it could be worth adding some content, on that, because there used to be some great series following one particular player, following a team that you're trying to get promoted and take to the top. And then it just got stale because EA Sports was dropping the ball on pretty much the entire game. And of course, if Ultimate Team was suffering, everything else was. So, we're not going to pre-order just yet. However, we are going to go in here. So you've seen everything there. This is what I want to read to you. EA Sports FC26 includes, of course, we already know that, but right here. The club is yours in EA Sports FC26. Play your way with an overhauled gameplay experience powered by community feedback. Right? We talked about in the initial trailer, the theme is all about the player base and what we want to see fixed. The new authentic gameplay option delivers the most true to football experience ever in career, right? If they continue that and said overall, I would have been super happy about that, but it's just in career. While the competitive gameplay option, driven by refined fundamentals, added consistency, and enhanced responsiveness, is tailor-made for play in Football Ultimate Team and clubs as well. Basically, some of the things you've seen from the notes, I'll just tell you is a little scary, right? Because they're saying they want the passing even faster, which if you come from eFootball or even UFL, you're thinking, holy, the passing's already ridiculous fast. It's going to be faster, right? They showed this little graph and showed basically speeding up the passing. And it even said, one of the complaints was the gameplay is too slow or something, or make it faster. And I thought it initially said they're going to slow it down, you know what I'm saying, to make it more realistic. That's something that eFootball does really well. So you'll see the common theme on a lot of these things. It's man, I'm glad you guys addressed that, but it's scary to think where you could go, because EA Sports has a tendency of trying to fix things, introducing new themes, like for instance a low-driven power shot. But then on the one hand it could be cool, and the other you're that could be ridiculously OP and take the balance away from the game right away. So that's where you don't know what's EA Sports going to do. Are they going to do good with it, or are they going to ruin it, right? Put your dream squad to the test in Football Ultimate Team with new live events and tournament modes, as well as a refreshed Rivals and Champs experience. So that'll be interesting to see. We know the tournaments, it's that 4 games, single elimination, you play in different, they have different themes, you get rewards, so just another mode to play that brings back memories, right? Because tournament modes used to be in and they took them out, which a lot of people weren't happy with to begin with. Experience manager career like never before with all new manager live challenges. Earn rewards throughout the new season by taking on a variety of real-world scenarios and alternative storylines, ranging from a few minutes of play to multiple seasons. Archetypes inspired by the greats of the game introduce new classes to clubs and player career, bringing more individuality to your player. Develop your abilities by upgrading attributes and unlocking archetype perks to give your player a distinct feel in the pitch. I don't know, right here just is talking about clubs and player career, but this archetypes thing, for some reason I feel could be for players in Ultimate Team 2. I could be wrong though. Experience the world's game like never before in EA Sports FC26 with match data from blah blah blah, right? The world's top leagues, powering 20,000 plus authentic players. This game includes optional in-game purchases. Okay, we know that. PS5 Pro Enhanced, we already know all that. So, just wanted to show you just a little bit of unique. Now let's read this. You must complete the steps to obtain the initial FC points distribution by June 15th, 2026 to receive all 6,000 FC points. If you're redeemed after September 15th, You will not receive any FC points. FC points. Okay? So that's talking about getting the Ultimate Edition. Which, by June 15th. 2026. Okay, so blah, blah, okay. So that's just all nonsense. For some reason I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, so you see it there. Just some tidbits that will help you, get a little more of an idea before they start releasing these different notes and deep dives, as they call them, for seasons and careers and everything. And usually Ultimate Team is one of the last ones, right? They build up towards that because they know that's the most popular one. So you see here is a trailer if you want to watch. You see some sneak peeks with the new kits, the new Bayern and Man City kits, right? Chelsea. It doesn't look like Cole Palmer, does it? Is that just me? Anyway, see, like, this is what we're used to seeing, by the way, like that movie type, but usually that would have been the whole trailer, and it kind of was still. Let's be honest. At the beginning, they kind of go, "Oh, well, here you go," and they kind of showed a little bit of glimpses of gameplay, but then it moves over to that whole Zlatan PK moment where he has his PSG kit on, and I don't know, it almost evolved back into a movie from gameplay, and even the gameplay was questionable. Like, it was like, this is pretty movie-like. As you see, like the great graphics, there's no question there. So if you play FC already, a lot of this is like, okay, come on. We already know the sweat, and you got all the licenses, so that's cool. Right? We understand all that, but will the game actually be a hit this time? Or will it be a failure? Success, failure. Right? They also, if you want to do a deep dive into the notes, they do have notes out, including one area where they do address the laggy gameplay, right? The inconsistent gameplay because what many think is coding and whatnot. They address some of that, which is promising because you would think, this year needing to succeed after the failure last year, they wouldn't have put that front and center if they didn't, address some things to it. Because that's the big thing. Are they telling the truth, or are they just trying to get people to buy the game? But they need more than people just buying the game. They need them to continue to play, right? Continue to spend money on microtransactions and things like that. So definitely check out those deep dive notes. Make sure there's everything in this game that you want before you do this pre-order, because you have a whole month, right? In order to get this, look, pre-order by the 26th of August. So take your time. Like, if you do it now, you're not going to get any brownie points, any extra bonuses. Take your time. Really make sure this is a game that you want, especially if you're on the fence. Do your research and go from there. But I just want to go over that. Let me know what you think so far as we go into these sure to come deep dives into the different modes. Are you for sure getting the game? No way. Were you pleasantly surprised with what you saw with the trailer and notes and stuff? Or do you feel like it's the same old, and then the game is going to be a large, a disappointment? Because if you think that, no one could fault you. So far, every year for the past several years, it's been that way. I'll tell you, for me, I do have a little bit more hope, right? A little bit more hope than I have in previous years, but it would be more. It's just I know EA Sports, so I'm tempering that hope. In the back of my mind, though, I'm like, this could be the year they turn it around. So I'm not positive I'm going FC26 route. I could easily just stay with the eFootball route, even though Konami has a lot they have to fix too. But right now I'm like 60-40 towards definitely getting FC26 and at least giving it another chance. Maybe a last chance even. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Join our Discord. The link is in the YouTube bio. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to let me know how you feel about FC26 and anything in football in the comments section. I'll see you later. Peace.